This isn't your typical sentencing. A young man, Brendan, stands before the court, but the so-called victims in his case aren't demanding justice. They're begging for mercy. In a stunning reversal of courtroom roles, his own grandmother is about to take the stand to plead with the judge to let her back into her grandson's life. The case hinges on a no-contact order, a legal wall built to protect her, which she now sees as a prison keeping her from helping him. What follows is a parade of the most unexpected character witnesses you will ever see, including one with a shocking personal history with this very judge. This hearing will transform from a legal proceeding into a raw, emotional family intervention, culminating in a judge's profound speech on life, regret, and the sacred role of grandmothers that will leave the entire courtroom silent. Stick around to see if this incredible display of family loyalty can sway the hand of justice.
The date and time set for sentencing, we did review the pre-sentence report, and we do ask that you adopt it. I also reviewed we reviewed the pre-sentence report. We don't have any changes. We did review the recommendation as well, and we ask that you adopt that recommendation.
And Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, the victims in this case, Donna and John Juggling, are present. I know that Donna would like to address the court. She would like the court to consider changing the no contact to no non-consensual contact. She is his grandmother. And there are also, his aunt is also present, and a family friend that would also like to address the court if the court would allow them to.
All right. If you'll have a seat, and I'll hear from whoever wants to say something to the court.
Sure. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Can you first state your name, and then you can tell me whatever you want to tell?
Donna Marie Jungling.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm Brendan's grandma, and I would like you to really consider giving us contact. My grandson means a lot to me. I have 8 grandchildren. He has a special place in my heart, though, because he has struggled so much to get where he is today. And even though he's in trouble, he's a good kid. We miss him terribly, at least, and me more than anything. I don't have any fears of him in any way, shape, or form. He is more helpful to me than anything. If this contact order stays in place, he's not going to be able to go back to work. We work together. We work at the same company, often working at the same sites.
The grandmother's testimony is the emotional core of this entire hearing. She masterfully reframes the narrative from one of crime and punishment to one of struggle and support. Notice how she systematically dismantles the prosecution's typical arguments. She explicitly states she has zero fear of her grandson. She argues the no-contact order is not a shield for her, but a sword that severs his lifeline. It prevents him from working with her and getting the stability he needs. By detailing his battles with ADHD, anxiety, and his failed attempts to get the right medication, she paints a portrait of a young man lost in a medical and psychological crisis, not a hardened criminal. This is a strategic and heartfelt plea designed to show the judge that the standard legal tools won't work here. What this family needs is the court's permission to heal itself.
Brendan just needs a chance. He needs help. He needs to be able to pull things together. He needs the medical end of it as well. He's always struggled. I've done much.
Now, prepare for one of the most astonishing moments we've ever seen. The next person to speak is a family friend named Maria, but listen carefully as she approaches the stand. She and Judge Simpson clearly know each other. This isn't just a character witness showing up to say a few nice words. This is a graduate of this very courtroom. She has stood exactly where Brendan is standing now, facing the same judge, and her life has been completely transformed. Her presence here is a living, breathing testament to the possibility of recovery and the long-term impact a judge can have. She is about to provide a perspective that no one else can, the view from the other side. This elevates the stakes from a simple sentencing to a powerful story of redemption coming full circle.
My best to get him the help he needs. I finally found a doctor that would put him back on meds to help with his ADHD and his anxiety. clearly, and he has told me for the last month, they are not working. I haven't fought to get that changed because I was trying to get him into Dawn Farms for recovery. And they won't allow the meds that he was normally on. I know he needs help in every which way, shape, and form. All I'm asking is, I need contact with him too.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Your Honor, next is his aunt. Oh, sorry, this is gonna be family friend. Your Honor, this is Marie Ockard. It's
Zowie
no,
now.
sorry, she's married now.
Oh,
She
Hello.
wanted to say hello, but she's also here to support Mr.
Mhm.
Williams.
hello,
How are you, Your Honor?
I'm doing well.
Excellent news.
State your name again for the record.
Marie Elizabeth Zowie.
Go ahead. What did you want to tell me?
I have met in my recovery journey many people who have the capacity and not the willingness and not the capacity, both ways. In his case, in Brendan's case specifically, he has a lot of people that really love him. He has a lot of support, a lot of assets he can avail himself of. Dawn Farms is also not the only program he has to go to. I cannot recognize my life now from last time I was in front of Your Honor. As we know each other very well. I've been sober for 2.5 years completely. Yes, it is so possible. And someone like this very intelligent young man has every opportunity to do well with the support. I think his family being able to interact with him in the way that they would like to is integral. I don't think I would have been able to without my mother, whom you said some very nice things to as well. His mother, in particular, Nikki, was one of the most important people in my recovery journey. She was there for me on days when I didn't think.
Absolutely incredible. Maria's testimony was a masterclass in hope and accountability. She didn't just advocate for Brendan, she used her own life as Exhibit A by openly referencing her own past struggles and her 2.5 years of sobriety. She provided tangible proof that the path the court is considering for Brendan can actually work. You can see the impact it has on the judge. His reaction isn't just polite acknowledgement, it's genuine joy and pride. He even says he rarely gets to see the positive follow-up from his cases. This interaction does something remarkable. It humanizes everyone. The judge isn't just a figure on a bench. He's a man who is invested in people's lives and is now seeing the return on that investment. It validates his work and offers Brendan a clear vision of a possible future.
I would make it through, to be totally honest, and I did. So I know that it can be very difficult, especially from incarceration, to feel like things get better, but they do, I promise. I've been trying to reach out to my contacts in the community to see what I can do for Brendan myself. I know that there's quite a few different places that we believe he can go avail himself of the services there. There's quite a lot in this day and age that is out there if you know about it, if you know how to access it, if you have perhaps a little guide.
And there it is. The bombshell that changes everything. Just when the emotional weight of this hearing seems to have peaked, Brendan's aunt reveals that he is about to become a father. This single piece of information dramatically reframes the entire situation. Suddenly, this is no longer just about Brendan's personal journey to sobriety. It's about breaking a generational cycle of pain. His aunt astutely points out that Brendan grew up without his own father, and she directly links that absence to his current struggles. Now he's at a critical turning point. He has the opportunity to provide the stability and presence for his child that he never had. The judge's decision is no longer just about one man's future, but about the future of an unborn child. The pressure to get this right just went through the roof.
Guidance Happy to help him get set up with a sponsor if he so chooses. If he doesn't, it doesn't just look like AA, NA. There's many different pathways to sobriety, and they're all legitimate. And I know I struggled for over half my life. Over half. This honorable judge has seen it himself. It is a completely different life, especially with the family starting, things like that. I know he has goals. I know he has the intelligence, and I believe that he has the willingness. I would really like to see him succeed.
Okay.
So happy to see you this way.
Yes, well, thank you. It's great seeing you. I don't often get follow-up from those that
And when I found out that Teresa is going to be his probation officer, I knew exactly how to help too, also.
okay.
So I just like the court to know that we have been, as a collaborative team, really trying to assess the situation and find the best pathway forward. Because I do believe that in this young man's case, perhaps this is his rock bottom. I really hope it is, because it can get worse too. But I think he's got the capacity, and I believe that with the appropriate support, and as long as he remembers the willingness part, we can get there. Okay.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's Christy Sarton, and I am Brendan's aunt. And I apologize, I didn't know I was speaking today, so I'm not prepared.
It's all right.
Brendan is a great kid, and I understand that he's 23.
The family has laid their case bare with raw, unflinching honesty. We've heard from a grandmother fighting for connection, a friend who embodies redemption, and an aunt who revealed the life-altering stakes of a new generation. The emotional testimony is over. Now the spotlight narrows to the two central figures, the defendant Brendan, who has remained silent, and the judge, who has been absorbing every word. The judge's strategy shifts. He turns his full attention to the young man before him, not with a lecture, but with an invitation. Is there anything you want to tell the court? He's giving Brendan the floor, a final opportunity to show that he understands the gravity of this moment and the incredible gift of support he has been given. Brendan's response, or lack thereof, could determine everything.
But for me, he's still a great kid. He is my nephew, and I love him like he's his son. I, like the rest of my family, have watched Brendan suffer and struggle with his ADHD, with his anxiety, and with the fact that we, as a group, did not teach him how to cope with these things, how to process his feelings, and how to become a stronger individual without relying on substances, because that as a family is what we have all gone through. I believe that Brendan is at a precipice in his life where he has the ability to make great change. He recently found out that he is becoming a father. His girlfriend of many years is 12 weeks pregnant.
This is a brilliant piece of judicial psychology. The judge zeroes in on the most unique aspect of this case, the sheer volume of love and support in the room for Brendan. He contrasts Brendan's situation with the tragic loneliness he often sees, forcing Brendan to confront the extraordinary blessing he has. Then he asks the devastatingly simple question, why is that? He wants Brendan to articulate why these people care so much, to force him out of his passive shrug and into active recognition of his own value. This isn't an idle question. It's a strategic move to build a foundation for the promise the judge is about to extract. He's making Brendan acknowledge the support system so that when he pledges to use it, the commitment is real and deeply felt. It's about instilling a sense of responsibility to not let these people down.
Brendan did not have his dad in his life. I believe that it has affected the way that he has tried to find security, and the way that he has tried to find peacefulness and feeling loved and accepted. Brendan was trying to get sober before these things happened. I had many conversations with him. I watched him get sick because he tried to quit drinking on his own and he couldn't. I have felt at a loss on how to help him. Even when he looked at us and said, I need help and I don't know how to do it, none of us knew how to do it either. I believe that Brendan needs to be held accountable for his actions, as we all do. But I ask that very respectfully, we look at the implicit need here, the need for help emotionally and mentally, and not just in a punitive way. And I ask that you consider removing the no contact order from my parents. Brendan has been all of our sons, and my mom needs him, just like the rest of our family does. Thank you for giving me time to speak. Thank you.
I will add, Your Honor, all of
How are you gonna add?
I know.
But go ahead, Ms. Maroney, take your best shot.
All of that was very moving to me. And many of his family members submitted letters on behalf of Mr. Williams during plea negotiations and things like that, which helped us get to this point. So he really does have, as the court can see here, but even more family members that are wanting to support him through this new journey in his sobriety.
The official sentence is a careful mix of strict oversight and therapeutic intervention, 18 months of probation, heavy fines, and mandatory mental health and substance abuse treatment. The real teeth of the sentence, however, are the scram tether and the suspended jail time. The S-Scram monitor is a high-tech ankle bracelet that continuously detects alcohol in sweat, making any drinking impossible to hide. The 365 days of suspended jail time acts as a sword of Damocles, one major screw-up, and Brendan is immediately incarcerated for a year. With the legal framework set, the judge now returns to the very issue that started it all, the human drama of the no-contact order. All the legal jargon is finished. Now it comes down to a final profound judgment call that will define Brendan's path forward.
Everybody on that side that wanted to say something?
Yes.
All right. And so, ma'am, who's sitting next to you?
This is Brendan's mom.
Okay, that's what I thought was said. Nay.
Yes, sir. She's a little nervous to get up and speak. She loves Brendan very much.
She nervous because of me? No? All right. Okay, she of course doesn't have to say anything. All right, why don't we come back up? Okay.
This is a pivotal moment. The judge turns the final, most crucial decision back to Brendan himself. You think I should allow contact? He's testing him. Has Brendan truly absorbed the message of the last hour? Brendan's answer, my grandma seems like she needs me and I know I need her, is the exact breakthrough the judge was looking for. For the first time, Brendan articulates the mutual dependency, the two-way nature of love and support. He's not just a passive recipient. He understands he has a role to play. By saying we need each other, he demonstrates a level of maturity and insight that was absent before. This answer gives the judge the confidence he needs to take a risk and trust that Brendan finally understands the value of the family fighting so hard for him.
Go ahead, Ms. Maroney. Brendan, is there anything you want to tell the court? You understand what a big gift you have?
Yes.
Now, Brendan is kind of interesting to me as I sit here every day and
Here, Judge Simpson transcends his role. He's no longer just a judge. He becomes a mentor, a philosopher, and a father figure. He uses his own self-admitted soft spot for mothers and grandmothers to connect with Brendan on a deeply human level, validating the powerful testimony they've all just heard. He's giving Brendan a roadmap for the future, preparing him for the difficult truth that the people who love him most will sometimes tell him things he doesn't want to hear. This monologue is a profound gift of wisdom. He's warning Brendan that in the lonely moments of life, when a crisis hits and he's all alone, the memory of his grandmother's words might be the only thing that saves him. It's a powerful, moving lesson in humility, love, and the enduring power of family guidance.
A lot of folks come into this court and they have nobody. Right? And they sit there after I sentence them to whatever it is, doesn't matter. They walk out of here or they don't walk out of here, whichever way. And I worry about them because I don't, once they leave here, I don't know sort of what they rely upon when things get tough, what they do, right? What it is about you, but for whatever reason, all these people seem to like you. Why is that, Brandon? You know? You're gonna shrug your shoulders? You know darn well why. They love you and they care about you. And all they want is the best for you. Right? So after I do this, are you gonna be able to sort of work with them to try to get yourself on the right path?
Yes.
Funny thing about me, Brandon, is I remember everything. So when you tell me yes, I'm gonna remember that. Okay. Um, On count three, it's just a sentence of the court. I'm going to place you on 18 months probation. It's $555 fines and costs, $540 probation oversight fees. Do you have any idea how you're going to get that paid?
Going back to work. Yeah.
Payment plan as arranged by probation. There should be no alcohol, no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete a substance abuse assessment, follow all recommended treatment with status reports to probation. You're to complete a mental health.
In a final act of profound empathy, the judge grants the grandmother's wish. The no contact order is changed to consensual contact, a brilliant solution that empowers the grandparents by giving them full control over their interactions with Brendan. The defendant walks away not just with a sentence, but with a carefully constructed lifeline. He is bound by a sobriety monitor and the threat of jail, but he is also buoyed by the unwavering support of his family, now legally sanctioned by the court. This case became a powerful testament to the idea that justice can be restorative, not just punitive. It's a reminder that behind every case file is a complex human story, and sometimes the best way forward is together. What did you think of the judge's final decision? Comment below and be sure to subscribe for more in-depth courtroom analysis.
Health assessment, follow all recommended care, including medication protocol. I'm going to order no assaultive or threatening or intimidating behavior. You're not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You're to maintain employment with proof to probation. I'll place you on a scram tether through community corrections. I'll order 365 days in jail. Credit for 42 that you've served. The balance is suspended with a scram tether placement prior to your release. I'll finish that sentence in a moment, or that sentencing in a moment. I'll go to count 4. 18 months probation, $455 fines and court costs. That will be on a payment plan. Probation comply with the terms that I've set forth in count 3. I'll order 93 days in jail, credit 42, the balance is suspended. On count 6, 18 months probation, $555 fines and costs. That will be swept into the payment plan. Comply with the terms I've set forth in count 3. I'll order 365 days in jail, credit 42, the balance is suspended on that count. think I should allow contact?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, my grandma seems like she needs me, and I know I need her. Support is better than none. Like I
Pardon?
said,
What'd you say?
I said support is better than none.
Not sure what that meant, but that last phrase, I got the first one. All right. And then you had three impressive women get up here and talk on your behalf. Amazing. Right? You had your grandmother up here talking about you, and just made it clear to me. I understood everything she was saying to me, that she needs you and you need her. Do you think you can do all of this by yourself?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, no.
Probably not. I'll let you rephrase that.
Yeah, no.
Do you think you can do this all by yourself?
No.
No, you can't. Right? And so sometimes, like I said to the other young man here, you can be as old as you want to be. You can think you're as much of an adult as you want to be, but you're still just a kid. And later on in life, you know what, Brendan? The great thing about that is there are going to be times when that whole adulting thing becomes real hard that you're going to want to go back to being a kid. Everybody's been there. You want to grow up so fast, but then all of a sudden, man, that doesn't look great. Okay. That doesn't mean that you can't do the things that you want to do. But, you know, the thing that impressed me about your grandmother is all she really wants to do is she wants to help you. She just wants to guide you and just love you. That's a huge blessing. Right? So sometimes so I had to, you weren't out here, but I had to apologize to a dad today because I paid attention to mom because I like moms better. Right? You weren't out here, and I really do like moms. The only thing I may like better than moms are grandmothers. So I just want to point that out, and I'm not saying that out of any disrespect. They're all of a high level. Brandon, I think you can do this. The important thing is sometimes I'm going to guess your grandparents going to tell you things you don't want to hear. You're just like any other kid. Do me a favor, when they're telling you that, realize that they're telling you all of that out of love. Take a deep breath and listen. Okay? And in that moment, you may not be able to even understand why they're telling you that. You may just think they're telling you that just to get on your nerves. Right? In those moments, just don't get angry about it. Don't just take it in. You may not at that moment be able to do anything with what they're telling. Right? But then here's the sad thing that happens, Brandon. Why you have to take it in when you have the opportunity. Because one day you're going to run into the same problem, or you're going to run into a problem that's like it. And you're going to be trying to figure out what to do. And sadly, they won't be there with you. And the only thing that you're going to be able to rely upon is what they told you. And it may be that thing that you have to dig up that you said that didn't make any sense at the time. That all of a sudden is going to make a whole lot of sense. Follow me, young man.
Mhm.
You're blessed to have those generations of women helping guide you. Take it in and use it. And I'm going to accede to grandma's wishes. I'm going to allow consensual contact with both John and Donna. Okay? Got that? Now, what I mean by consensual contact is if they don't want you around, then you gotta leave them alone. You can't have contact with them. All right? It's all on them as to whether or not there's contact. Understood?
Yep.
Okay, don't violate this.
I won't.
Attorney, anything further?
Nothing further from me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, young man.